Welcome to Chosen Nation Sports. Wait, this is your boy Mujere, just an ordinary guy discussing the beautiful game as I know it. I know I've missed the preview of last week's weekend games, and staying on Saturday. The Champions League results. Yeah. But obviously, we're gonna speak about the Champions League draw as well. We're gonna speak about the Europa League. We're gonna speak about, I think, this Carabao happening this week, midweek action as well. The PSL, that was the last game of Saturday. Obviously, it's the Carling Black Label knockout. Four teams: Mamelodi Sundowns, Kaizer Chiefs, Amazulu, and Pirates competing for the inaugural cup. Yeah, the Carling Black Label knockout. So let's dive straight into it. The MTN8 final, Orlando Pirates 1, Amazulu 0. Orlando Pirates becoming the 2022-2023 MTN8 champions for a record fourth time, and that means they're gonna keep the trophy. MTN has announced or a new trophy, so Orlando Pirates can keep this trophy for keeps. It's theirs because by winning for the fourth time. So next season we're gonna see a new trophy. So Mamelodi Sundowns, not Mamelodi Sundowns, come on guys. Orlando Pirates, obviously the goal scorer Selem with a beautiful set piece. So I had Dr. Kumalo blaming Velimuta for conceding that goal. For me, he was at fault because he didn't really have his angles covered. If Ulebela that free kick, and Selem tried this before. He tried it against Mamelodi Sundowns. He hit the bar. This time he got lucky. He scored the winning goal. I think Pirates, for me, are the deserving winners of this MTN8 because the games the way they played, especially the two semi-finals against one of the biggest teams in SA, or obviously in Africa, one would argue as well. The way they control the game, the way they control their play, as Girato Bolela Rivero is building something at Orlando Pirates. For me, Amazulu didn't deserve to win it. A 1-1 draw and a 0-0 draw against Kaizer Chiefs. For me, Pirates were the deserving winners. But on the day, Amazulu had 12 shots, 3 on target, whereas Pirates had 7 shots and 5 on target. Seleng for me was not really influential in the game, especially Erasmus, the way we know them, how they play. But on the night, I think they had an ordinary game. Rakasriki, an extraordinary performance from them. Obviously, a big blow for Orlando Pirates. Second minute, I think, of the game, Sibizi acquired an injury, which was worrying for them. For me, I've always said this. Sibizi and Olisindao at the back have been solid for Orlando Pirates. I was a bit surprised why Mponchani got dropped, because also Raskabolela, the goal that he conceded against Kaizer Chiefs, he's been solid as well. He's been pulling out saves. He's been pulling out man of the match performances. There was an argument, or why do we always have to select man of the matches from the winning team? For me, Kosovo Davi, he made crucial saves. People had an argument that he deserved the man of the match instead of Yusuf Mar. We all know because he scored a wonderful Pushka's nominated or Pushka's potential nominee goal of the year. So we'll see what happens. But we've seen this week there's a lot of goals that that stood out, especially the long ranges. There was one from, I think it's Belgium, if I'm not mistaken, or in Europe somewhere. Goalkeeper better goal from from Kurpaling to the other end. So congratulations, Orlando Pirates, MTN8 finals. For me, deserving winners on the night. But yeah, let me know what you think. Are they the deserving winners as well? Going straight into the EPL. VAR again came into action. VAR, guys. I don't know. Should we speak about it anymore? Should we speak about it? Because I think, no, we're just wasting our breath speaking about something that we cannot do anything because it's here to stay. There's someone who's got a tender, someone is making money out of this system, but it is not working. 90 or 60% of the time, VR is not working. For me, it's not working. It's just my opinion. You can have it. You can have your say as well. Guys, so I'm gonna try and see if I can really finish recording because I said let me go back, let me give the fans what they want, and will control. So yeah, going back into the EPL, the first game of the Saturday, we saw Manchester City versus Fulham, 2-1 victory. Haaland coming off the bench to score a penalty, a controversial penalty as well. I saw clips of the incident. I compared them to clips here, Ronaldo a few weeks back. Ours was not given as a penalty. City's one was given as a penalty. So that's why I'm saying VAR. Like, I don't understand. I don't know if it's because of City, Kalawa Ropo or what, but for me it was a soft penalty. If that was a penalty, Manchester United had 2 penalties, one on Sancho, one on Ronaldo, that were not given after being viewed by the VAR. So, Fulham gave Manchester United a run for their money. I think Baba wanted to, they are not just yet to fill up the numbers. Fulham really put up a great performance, going to the final kick of the match where Manchester City managed to score that penalty for them. You can see Manchester City without Haaland in front, they can struggle at times. Like for the past few seasons because they don't have a recognized number 9. Alvarez, I think he's still young. He will get there, but he's not as dangerous and lethal as the beast himself, Haaland. But again, Fulham were also missing Mitrovic, who could have made a whole lot of difference to that Fulham side. We don't know if he was there. Maybe they could have scored more. Maybe City could have scored more with Haaland. But at the end of the day, City still are the ones really behind Arsenal. Arsenal as well. So London was red on Sunday. We're moving right along to Chelsea versus Arsenal. A scrappy game. Tension, full of emotions. Why is it a derby? That's what a derby is supposed to be like. Now I grew up watching the derby. I grew up watching Bukantono, Balalabo Campbell, Roy Keane. This is what derbies are made of. This is what we love about the derbies. I know our rivalry game against Liverpool always gets a red card. That's how derbies are. They're full of emotions. They're full of controversy. They're full of fighting. Every team wants to win it. That's what I'm saying when it comes to derbies, when it comes to rival matches, form is thrown out of the window. It's back to square one. Whoever wins on that day wins. So it was a 1-0 win over Chelsea by Mikel Arteta's side. Again, showing us this season they mean business. This season they just Bakasi blowing that lead at the top because we know Arsenal as Kamko Irato starting again every season. But this season, I think we need to now look at Arsenal as potential title contenders. At the moment, they're sitting pretty at the top. They are number 1. I think they have less goals conceded as well. So Mikel Arteta, whatever he's doing at Arsenal, for me, we need to take our heads off, take a bow for him. That team, I told you the last time, they're showing a title-winning mentality, scraping out wins. We saw it could have been a draw against City, but they did what they had to do and they won, just like Manchester City. Controversy as well. Red cards, Babambar, the red card, Ngeveni Shaka and Shalabao, Akis Nawailang, Nabatsarani, wrestling. So that is what the derby is about. But at the end of the day, London was red. Arsenal coming out victories, 1-0 against Chelsea. Potter's side, a successive lose again. Remember last time they lost against Brentford. Now Arsenal is the honeymoon phase now. If what is he supposed to do now? Is he getting his starting lineup correctly? Because I remember the last time Madala Manchester United, Kovacic was on the bench. He brought him on. He changed the game. But against Arsenal again, he started on the bench. I don't understand if he's still trying out his best 11 or Akito the players are high or what happens there. Loftus-Cheek is always seeing schemy, but for me, is he better than Kovacic in the middle of the park? I am not too sure. Have your say as well in the comment section. Let me know. Or you Chelsea fans, what is your best starting lineup actually? What is your best starting lineup that you see Graham Potter can play and can get you results? What is it? Manchester United. Ha! Hey, my God. 3-1. Losing at Villa Park against Unai's team, Aston Villa team. 3-1. The second goal was a beauty for me, a free kick. Look at Dini, all know that guy is gifted. Left there high, just is one of the best in the country. He pulled off a set piece, masterpiece. De Gea, I know people don't blame De Gea. He could have moved faster. But at the end of the day, don't take away from Luka Dini. It was a brilliant free kick. Manchester United going 3-1 down to Aston Villa. For me, it was always going to be a difficult match. You know, every time you play against a team, they've recently lost a manager and there's a new manager coming in. Obviously, they would want to impress the new manager, Palola Scheme, so they would put more effort or 2 times more effort than the team they are playing against, especially Manchester United, who've been playing 3-4 games every week, playing the same starting lineup. I was having this argument with my friend over the week. I know it's not an excuse, but I feel like Manchester United players' fatigue now is coming in because Erik ten Hag has been selecting the same players for 3 games in a row, midweek, weekend, and all those games were must-win games. So you can see the energy that they consumed during the 3 games. Fatigue, obviously, it's going to take its part. Now Dalot is suspended. We don't have a right back. Wan-Bissaka hasn't played for Manchester United. Wan-Bissaka has been found surplus by Erik ten Hag. He doesn't want to use him. So we'll see how we now Rotala on Sunday. Who's his right back gonna use? He's gonna take Malaysia and Shaw and play one out of position. We don't know. Donny van de Beek in the middle of it, looking lost at the moment. I think also confidence now for me. I think it's confidence. He hasn't really played a lot of games. He's been injured. I on Everton. He hasn't played that much. Look, Everton, he came back, got injured. He didn't really play again. So for me, I think we need to give him time. Let's see before January, because I feel like if he doesn't perform between now and the World Cup in January, he'll be gone. He'll be sold and we get another player in. Casemiro, on the day, he was outplayed in the middle of the field because he was just playing alone. Eriksen, for me, he's not a marker. Eriksen is a provider, he's an assister. So Casemiro was faced with Ramsey, he was faced with Douglas Luiz, he was faced with Decore. Is it Decore? I stand to be corrected, in the middle of the park. So you could see when it was 3 against 1, which he lost the battle dismally. Martinez had a bad game as well. Like Ronaldo, Mings, wrestling. I don't know VAR. There was nothing wrong there. Wrestling, in the 18 area. But what's wrong? I chokes them. Super City. So for me, Manchester United players, I can't say who had a good game. Even the substitute, they didn't change the game for me. So Manchester United, there's still a long way to go. I just hope Remofa enough time, because we could see if his players are fit, if his players are not fatigued, we can see how they play. So I just wish, as the supporters of Manchester United, we give him time and see his project out. Create the players that he wants. He must get rid of the old route. He must get rid of the players that he doesn't want. And let's see where can he take this Manchester United team. Liverpool against Tottenham. Kante's team losing 2-1 to Liverpool, like they were their own downfall. Eric Dyer made a mistake at the back. That's why, like I said this before, Tottenham against big teams, mostly against, even it's not even against big teams. I've seen it, and during the course of the season, there's times where it's not Tottenham that's playing. Like they don't have the will to win. They don't score enough goals. They don't create enough goals. They're being outplayed by many of their opponents. But the good thing about them, or a plus for them, is Kulusevski is back after 3 or 2 months out with an injury. He came in, he made an impact immediately. UEL assisted to Harry Kane. So maybe him coming back will give them an extra boost. But remember, Havana Song as well. So they will have to manage without Song, but Kulusevski is back. So it's Kane's Kulusevski, Lucas Moura, or Perisic. So I don't know, Kante with Liverpool obviously 2-1, coming off the back of a Champions League win against Napoli. Salah getting a brace. Nunes, they could have scored more. I still feel Nunes is selfish. Yanal Salah Bakrani Batswana. Like, I was surprised that Nunes gave Salah the first goal. It was an assist from Nunes. But guys, can we just take our hands off also for Alisson and Anderson? You know those two keepers are but like they've got more assists than most number 10s. Those two. Alisson, the second goal, Alisson chup, I to Salah chup. And I don't know what happened with Dyer. Hey, when I got Salah thing with him, it's no more like ball back to the keeper. Salah grabbed the opportunity and scored. Liverpool, and we've also had the news of Liverpool are up for sale. The FSG group is putting Liverpool up for sale. Will all the money now come to Liverpool? Whereas Klopp has been criticizing Pep City and Newcastle's Eddie Hall's team, or this new oil money. So we'll see what the new buyers to Liverpool. If it's the oil money, I see trouble for Manchester United. Because now, if you can see, football has evolved. If you don't have money, it's very difficult for you to compete. That's why I say a lot of teams now, they buy their success. And some of them actually works, but some doesn't work. But if you've got that capital in your you can actually compete. You can actually compete with players. If team player, you can actually win because you've got the financial backing from your team owners. So we'll see who's gonna be the new owners for Liverpool FC, because they're gonna go up for sale. Newcastle is slowly creeping up. They are third now on the lock. That's what I'm saying, oil money. But besides oil money, let's just give credit to where it's due. Eddie Hall is doing great work there by Newcastle. Remember where he found them last year? They were co-relegation, where he took them up now in Champions League places, ahead of Tottenham, ahead of Man United, ahead of Chelsea, ahead of Liverpool. So you can see the work that he's done now. They've got 4 wins in the last 5 games. That's impressive. That's impressive. And remember, Abana, their record signing from regular La Liga. Let me Google him fast. Guys. And also Callum Wilson as well. He got subbed off. Got the first minutes of the game. So they grind result without their star players. So for me, they also, if like they've got the money, now they just need to buy the relevant players for them. So we are in trouble. I'm telling you guys, we are in trouble as Manchester United. We are in trouble as Arsenal. I don't know about Arsenal owners. Are they stingy as well? We are in trouble if you can't compete with them financially. I don't think we'll be able to compete with them with come top 4. Isak, yes, that's the striker I was looking for. He's still injured, so they're winning without him. So imagine now if he comes back and Saint Maximin now, so they're gonna be a force to be reckoned with. The Eddie Hall side are gonna be a force to be reckoned with. So yeah, and yeah, guys, I'm like Akish up, so I'm just gonna run, and then just okay. Let's go straight into the Champions League draw. Champions League draw. Remember the last time we spoke, there were a lot of teams in Loreng, they were already qualified, and we had like 2 spots left. And the draw was made on Monday. Yes, yesterday. Yeah, Monday. So yeah, let's see what's my draw? Where's my draw? Okay. Let's see what happened. Oh, before we get to that, Gerald PK, obviously, last week we never shot. So Gerald PK has announced his retirement. 18 years, 768 games, 63 goals, and 36 trophies. Wow, what a CV. 36 trophies. It was announced last week that Gerald PK is no longer playing. He's retired. He says he'll come back to Barcelona. He's not sure to do what, but he's gonna be part of the team, maybe as part of maybe the coaching staff at Barcelona. So we say thank you for all the memories. Played for my team, Manchester United, obviously, and Barcelona. So yeah. So Champions League draw. I get to let the big one. So AC Milan visits Tottenham. Club Brugge visits Benfica. Dortmund versus Chelsea. Liverpool versus Madrid. Frankfurt versus Napoli. Leipzig versus Manchester City. Inter Milan versus FC Porto. PSG versus Bayern Munich. I think for me, 3 games stand out for me. PSG versus Bayern Munich, obviously. Borussia Dortmund versus Chelsea. Liverpool versus Real Madrid. I think those are the big games that we need to look for. But like guys, I don't know about you, but I feel like a Champions League draw, like you can read it. You can like these are the teams that we expected to play. Like everyone saw this one coming. Like guys, I saw this coming. Or Liverpool boy for Madrid. And remember, it's been 3 times they faced 3 times Liverpool and Real Madrid came face to face, and Madrid came victorious in all 3. Remember the final, Salah, Sergio Ramos, Gudugan, and the other one where it was COVID and then we only had 1 legs, and the final again last year. So we'll see who now. It's 2 legs. 2 legs. We'll see who wins for you. For me, it's gonna be a tough game. Liverpool, Madrid, it's gonna be a tough one. But I still stand by my statement. Or for me, Madrid are still firm favorites to win this year's Champions League again. I had someone say Bayern Munich. For me, Bayern hasn't really made their match. I'm so currently a team that will make them run for their money. I think PSG is a team lowering. Now we'll see. I think it's a team that's gonna test Bayern Munich. We'll see if Bagaja PSG, then they are firm favorites there. But that's gonna be a tough game. Messi, and there's talks obviously of Ronaldo going to Bayern Munich. We're not sure if he goes. There's gonna be Messi versus Ronaldo again, but I don't think it will happen. But we'll see. Messi versus Mane. Remember the leagues February next year. So right around Valentine, that's when it comes back. The Champions League last 16. So that big match for me, PSG, Bayern Munich. We'll see. Can I make my predictions? No. I'm gonna put myself out here and try and put predictions as of now. So Artomi, PSG, Bayern Munich. I am saying that's okay. This is a tough one. Okay, Milan, Tottenham, AC Milan go through. Tottenham for me, as Kaleka Ulalore, they haven't been really good unless something changes between now and next year. But as it stands for me, AC Milan goes through. Club Brugge, Benfica for me, they're going to qualify. You see how impressive they were in the group stages. So for me, Benfica, Leona, it's BVB against Chelsea. Kerata BVB. But I think Graham Potter will surprise a whole lot of us. I think he's going to beat BVB. I think Chelsea are going to go through there. Madrid, Liverpool, I said, sorry, for me, Real Madrid are fan favorites, so I'm going to say Real Madrid are going to beat Liverpool. Frankfurt, Napoli are flying at the moment. I'm giving it to them. City, Leipzig, obviously. City, powerfully draws is simple, man. Like, so City is going to go through. Porto, Inter Milan. No, that's also a difficult one. But I'll go with Inter Milan. I think Inter Milan got the resources, got the squad to take them through. Lukaku, Wile, they're number 9. They've got Zeko, Handanovic. I think Barella in the middle. I think Inter gonna go through. So let's go back. PSG, Bayern Munich. I am saying PSG. So here are my teams: PSG, AC Milan, Benfica, Chelsea, Real Madrid, Napoli, Manchester City, Inter Milan. Those are my 8 teams to go through to the next round. You can also have your say in the comment section. Who are your 8 teams when are getting out of this round of 16? Remember, don't forget to subscribe and like this video, guys. Right? Like the video, subscribe, get your friends to like, get your friends to subscribe. We are working our way towards, let's say, million subscribers. Yeah, let's set a target for ourselves. Million subscribers. Anything you put your mind into, you're gonna have it. All right. So we're going to the Europa League now. Europa League, remember Europa League, this is the playoffs. Number 3 from the group stages, the Champions League against second place, the Europa League. Alright, here are the fixtures. Europa League: Salzburg versus AS Roma, Barcelona versus Manchester United, Ajax versus Union Berlin, Shakhtar Donetsk versus Rennes, Sevilla versus PSV, Sporting versus Midtjylland, Juventus versus Nantes, Leverkusen versus Monaco. I think draw a pila. I think UEFA is something against Manchester United. The first ball that came out was Barcelona. The second one was Manchester United is the only team that got a tough draw out of this. They've got, why was that for Juventus or PSV or AJ or why? Barcelona straight. Like, we all know the scandals between Man United and Barcelona, De Jong, and everything else that's been going on. Now they give us them. Yes. No, UEFA has got something against us. Let me make my predictions as well for the Europa League. Salzburg, Roma is going to go through Mourinho. I think Mourinho's got what it takes. Mourinho has shown us, or he's got the ability to take any team from nowhere to the top. So I'm giving it to Roma. I'm saying my team was going to beat Barcelona. I am putting my faith in Erik ten Hag and his team. We're going to beat Barcelona. So Roma, Manchester United, Ajax. I think Ajax, you're better Union Berlin. That Union Berlin is not, it has been consistent for a few games, and then all of a sudden now, I think, I don't know what's happening, but the results haven't really been good. So I'm going with Ajax. Schalke, Rennes, I'm going to Schalke with Schalke. Schalke has been strong as well. PSV, Sevilla have got what it takes. They've won this trophy for 4 times in a row. One guy Unai and the other guy, I think it's Laporte, that other manager. I think he's coaching Valencia, if I'm not mistaken. No, I think he got fired as well. So Sevilla, Sporting, Juventus, Monaco, Leverkusen. Sure, yeah, that's a tough one. Leverkusen, Monaco. Nah, I'm going with the Germans, Leverkusen. So my 8 teams: Roma, Man U, Ajax, Schalke, Sevilla, Sporting, Juventus, and Leverkusen. I don't know yours. In the comment section, your Europa League last 8 level, because this is, remember, this is the knockout stages. Then after this, we're level number 1, like Arsenal, those who won the group stages, Arsenal, Real Sociedad, all those teams that but level. So yeah, and also the squad, we saw the squad there have all been released. The final to go to the World Cup. I haven't seen them yet. I've seen Brazil's one. I think there's a few omissions. Firmino is not going there. A lot of people that Firmino said Richarlison by, but I think let's discuss the squads World Cup. We'll have its own video discussing the squads World Cup, and we'll discuss which squad for you is strong, which squad for me is strong. I think we'll have a separate video for that. But I just want to come back home, discuss our own South Africa. They've released a squad. Yeah, I don't have the squad here. All right, but it's fun. I'm gonna put it out there for you guys. Let me just find it quickly. Bafana squad to face. Is it Mozambique? I'll find you. Just give me a second. There's a code that Hugo Bruce made. There's a code that I wanna read for you guys that Hugo Bruce. Hey man, I'm on a laptop with me. That Hugo Bruce made. I want you to tell me what you think of the code. So initially it was about 30 players. Now it has been trimmed to 23 players. So yeah, here's the squad. So goalkeepers, you have Rowan Williams, Mamelodi Sundowns, Veli Motwa, Melesu Butelezwa, TS Galaxy for me have been consistent. I think they've conceded less goals in the PSL, DSTV Premiership. I think I've mentioned that before. Nico Mobi Wakuskukune, Tabang Pete, he plays in one of the East African countries. Sianda Tulu as well. Sianda Msani, Richards Bay. Rushin Druk, Tapelo Morena, Obrimudi Mudiba, Grand Kekana, Wotikwa, Mamelodi Sundowns. I'm surprised, but I'll just let me finish Kasquad and I'll tell you why I'm surprised. Midfielders, you've got Bicol team, Munapule Sileng, Jabulo Blom, Tebo Mukwena, Luke Leroux, overseas base player. And your forwards, you've got Kanyiso, Mayo, Lion Foster, Mitlali, Mayambela, Fregi Lake, Tempazwane, Sakele Lepasa, Kaukelo, Sikota. What I'm saying is I'm surprised is Richards Bay have been one of the top teams in the piece. I think they're second on the log. But only one player has been selected. Only one player, Richards Bay. But they're second on the log. Only one player is there to represent the country. But let me know what you think of Bafana squad. I think they're gonna play against Mozambique and Angola. They're gonna play Mozambique on Friday the 17th and Angola 3 days later, which is the 20th of November. So that is the squad, yeah, that Hugo Bruce has chosen to represent Bafana. Now, here's the interesting quote I have from Hugo Bruce. He says, there are young top players in Liverpool who wants to represent South Africa. Another one in Chelsea, Southampton, others in Germany and Netherlands. But we have young coaches from under 17 to under 23. But they don't know about these players or they are afraid to mention them because they don't want to lose their jobs. In North, West and other parts of the world, they take note of this talent and familiarize them with the nation of their birth. That's why these countries are powerful. They prioritize football more than their pockets. If these players are not selected by FA, Bafana will keep playing in empty stadiums. So Africans are hungry for football. They will fill out the stadiums to watch their clubs. No one is willing to pay a 100 ticket to see a 5-0 defeat. Sorry, but I will apologize again if you're angry about this. What do you make of Hugo Bruce's statement? He's saying, fine, I get there's young players, Baba Dalanko, Europe, Germany, you name them, England, Italy, but they're not being selected by the under 17, under 23 coaches. Why? Because you need to they need to start from the beginning. That is why South Africa, I feel, or we don't have a structure in place where we get to groom, where like South African way of playing. We don't have our style of playing. And some might say it's because of we love foreign coaches that much. The regional team is a foreign coach. The biggest teams in the league, foreign teams. So we need to start them from the grassroots. So if it's an under 17 player, about Mona from there, why not being called to Amajid or Amajimbos to come and start playing there and work their way up the ranks until the senior team? Now, he's saying you can't expect me to select a player under 17 into the senior team, whereas he hasn't played in the under 17, and whereas there are players who are playing in the under 17 who are not being picked in the national team. That's how I understand the statement that you propose. So we need to change our mindset. We are a football-loving nation, but we are not investing in our football. We need to start investing in our football for us to see change. Otherwise, we'll still not qualify for Nations Cup, for World Cups. If we don't change that, we need to start them small. We need to grow them to where we want them to be. Now, this weekend coming up is the Cunning Blake level knockout. Kaizer Chiefs, Orlando Pirates, Mamelodi Sundowns, Amazulu, FNB Stadium, Saturday. We'll see what happens. We'll get the preview of that and the second video of the week. So from me, until we meet again, hopefully flu and kawate. But remember, prevention is better than cure. Don't risk it unless it's worth it. I'm out.